Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Arya Bayu and my partner
And me, Tirta Dianti. In this video, we'll learn about sets, relations, and functions. I hope you guys enjoy the video.
First of all, I would like to explain about set. In mathematics, a set is a collection of objects that can be clearly defined and measured so that it can be known whether or not they are included in certain set. So, the member association is clear, but there is also what is called non-set. If it's not a set, it means that its member cannot be clearly determined and cannot be measured. We can see the example of set and non-set. First example of set is like rainbow color set, the set of natural numbers, and the set of prime numbers between 20 and 50. All three examples can be clearly defined and measured, then it can be called the set. An example of non-set. Number 1, unbeautiful collection of clothes. Because the meaning of the word beautiful varies according to each person. Number 2, the set of intelligent people. Why? Because there is no defined measure to measure someone's intelligence. And the last, delicious food sets. Because the meaning of the word delicious varies according to each person. The set is usually represented by a capital letter. For a member of the set, it is usually enclosed in curly brackets, and each member is separated by a comma. Keep in mind, members of an association cannot be the same. A set can be expressed in three forms. There are the first, by enumeration. Declare a set by registering all of the set's members between curly brackets. For example, A equals curly brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 5. Contains the first 5 natural numbers. The second, by word. Declare a set by word or just mention the characteristic its memberships. For example, A is even numbers between 3 and 9. That's written like A equals curly brackets even number between 3 and 9. And the last one, by set forming notation. Declare a set by set forming notation. For example, B equals curly brackets X such that X greater than 10, where X is element of real numbers, and B equals curly brackets X such that X less than 20, where X is element of prime numbers. There are some important terms in the set. Number 1, cardinality. Cardinality is the number of members of a different association. To express the number of different members in a set using the notation n, for example, is to determine the number of members of the set A equals curly brackets, the letter forming the word careful. This means that you answered in the way in A equals 7. Number 2, the set of universes. The set of universes is the set of all elements which are the object of discussion. The set of universe is denoted by S. example, S equals curly bracket natural numbers. Number 3, empty set. An empty set is a set that has no members, denoted by this or this. Example, X is the set of natural numbers that are less than 1. So X equals empty set. Number 4, a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram is a set image to express the relationship between several sets. And the last one, subsets. Subsets are the set containing other set. For example, A is a subset of B if all members of A are members of B. The notation is A subsets B or B supersets A. There are several operations on the set, including intersection of sets, union of sets, complement of sets, etc. Furthermore, relations and functions will be described by Tirta.
Okay, for the next, I would like to explain you about relations and functions. Relations and functions are the most important topic in algebra. Relations and functions, thus are two different words having different meaning and mathematically. You might get confused about their difference. So, before we go deeper, let's understand the difference between both with a simple example. An ordered pairs is represented as input-output. The relations shows the relationship between input and output, whereas a function is a relation which derives one output for each given input. And footnote, all functions are relations, but not all relations are functions. For more details, you can see the diagram. This diagram shows that the function is a part of relations. In the sections, you will find the basic of the topic, definition of functions and relations, special functions, different types of relations, and some of the solved examples. First, I would like to explain you about relations. Relations is a mathematical sentence that states the relationship between a member of the set and other members of the set. Set A and set B are said to have relations if there are members of the set that are paired with each other. There are three ways to express the relations. First, an arrow diagram. Second, the set of consecutive pairs. And third, Cartesian diagram. For the example, you can suppose that A equals 2, 3, 5 and B equals 4, 9, 25. For arrow diagram, you can see this big, and for the set of consecutive pairs, you can see this picture 2, 4, 3, 9, 5, 25. And for Cartesian diagrams, you can see this picture. Next is relations characteristics. First, reflexive. The relations are on set A is reflective if A, A element R for every A element set A. Second, symmetrical. Relations R on set A is symmetrical if A, B element R, then B, A element R for all A, B element sets A. Third, transitive. Relations R on set A is called transitive if A, B element R and B, C element R, then A, C element R for all A, B, C element A. Fourth, antisymmetric. Relations R on set A is called antisymmetric if A, B element R and B, A element R. Then A equals B for all A, B as element sets A. Next, I will explain about functions. A function is a relation from set A to set B if each member of set A matches exactly one member of set B. All members of set A or area of origins are called domains, while all members of set B or friendly regions are called codomains. The result of the mapping between domains and codomains is called the function range or result area. As with relations, functions can also be represented in the form of arrow diagrams, consecutive sets of pairs, and with Cartesian diagrams. For the example, you can pay attention to these arrow diagrams. From these arrow diagrams, we can conclude that domain is A equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Codomain is B equals 6, 9, 12, 15. And the function's range equals 6, 9, 12. A functions can be denoted by lowercase letter like f, g, h, and for example, function f maps set A to set B, then f is a function from A to B. The last explanation is about functions characteristics. First, injective functions or one-on-one. If the function f is a function from A to B, each B element B has only one friend in A, then the function is called one-to-one or injective functions. Second, the subjective functions or onto. And the function f is a function from A to B. Every time B element B has a friend in A, then f is called a subjective function or onto. And the third, the bijective functions or one-to-one correspondence. The bijective functions one-to-one correspondence, a function that is both injective and surjective is called a bijective functions or one-to-one correspondence.
Okay, that's enough for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next video.